Welcome everybody to our show. This is Custom Fab Garage on our channel Octane TV on YouTube. Make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button, and on top of that make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can get all the new content that comes out weekly and even every day. Alright, we're going to be doing this 2011 Cadillac CTS. Going to be doing a new radio, new head unit. It's a really clean car with low miles. Customer drove a pretty long ways to get here just to be able to do this radio, so we want to make it look nice and sound nice for him. Here is the factory bezel and radio. He does not have the factory navigation that pops up, so it's a little different than the other ones we've done. And he has all silver trim. He did want a black one, but that he's got all silver trim, I don't know how that's going to look, but we'll figure all that out. First step we're going to do is we're going to start taking off these pieces here. We're going to remove those with our plastic pry tool. Basically what you'll want to do is you'll want to get in here with the plastic pry tool and just start prying these up. You do not want to use a screwdriver or anything metal, it will mess these up. So you just want to pry these up, and then we're going to move on to this step right here. And this is how these come off. We kind of pried right here on this very tip part, and we've just basically pried it up. And then you have little clips on here. He's actually missing one clip here, but you want to basically, on the top part here, it kind of wedges itself in, so you want to start from this end down here. And you want to pry up on this edge here, and then this will come up, and then you'll pull this down from the bottom here. And this is the driver's side. He's actually got all of his clips on this side. And now we're going to move on to this step. Next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, we're going to pry this up with our pry tool, and we're going to pry this piece up. Take this off. This might be super tight like this one for the first time coming off. So it's got these large metal clips down here. You want to unplug this piece right here, and then you want to wiggle this around to get it off through the shifter. After you've unplugged this piece here, you want to pop this out. That way you can just take this whole piece off versus having to take it all apart. So that way you can just slide this piece through and just take it all out. As you can see, we just pulled this whole piece off after we unplugged it. And we'll set this down here, but there's only one plug, and then this makes it a lot easier. So next part we're going to move on to is we need to take these 7mm out of both sides here. Now that we've removed both of these, we can start to pull the whole unit off. We'll do that with the plastic pry tool. You'll just want to get down in here and just start basically being able to pull this piece back. Got one step is you'll want to take your plastic pry tool, and you'll want to take this piece off and this piece off, because it's kind of a pain to get this out without these off. So you want to take this one off first, and then this one off second, and then you can start pulling this piece off. This is the piece here, and it does have these like L brackets, so you want to kind of pull straight out and then kind of over and then out. But that's this longer piece here, as you can see. Just use your plastic pry tool and that will come right out. And then this is the other little side piece right here. That's what it looks like. And now that those are removed, we can actually pull this whole piece out. So here is the whole entire dash piece removed. And then if we flip her over, just be real careful not to scratch anything. You have one plug here and one plug here, and I'll show you inside the vehicle as well what you need to unplug to pull that out. You also want to probably move the shifter back, but basically you have this plug here, and then you have this plug here, cigarette lighter, and this is your main harness right here. So our next step, we're going to take out all 4 of these 7mm bolts to remove the CD module. We've removed all 4 7mm here. It's kind of hard to show you while holding the camera. These are what you're going to want to unplug, and the way this unplugs is this piece right here. You push down on this part, and then you pull this down like a cantilever system, similar to BMW's. That's your main huge harness. Then you've got like a USB extension that unplugs here, your antenna, and then XM antenna back here. So that's basically everything that you're going to unplug. Parts we're going to be using, which is the AX SWC Universal Steering Wheel Control Module, because it does not come with one. This is the dash kit we're going to be using, which is the 993018HG, which is the black version. They come in a silver and black. the AXV AX5500, which is the new updated model, and then we're going to be using a normal antenna adapter, 40EU10. So those are the parts we're going to be using on this vehicle today. We've got to get all these screws off to take this piece, these pieces, this piece, these duct pieces, and all this piece have to come off to separate to put the new piece on, which is over here. We've removed all these screws, so the larger screws to take all the pieces off. Now we got to take these small little Torx off to get these pieces, but we removed all the larger screws, and then I'm gonna have to get the micro down there and get these 4 out. Okay, so we've now unplugged all these. We took out these 4 micro screws, which are there. We also took out the Torx for down here because we removed this so that this piece is separated now. There's a lot of steps to this. So you want to keep these connected to this, basically these 2 pieces here connected to this with these ribbon cables, because that's going to transfer over. The rest of this stuff is not going to transfer over. So everything's away. We got all that off there. Once you pull all this off, you can see that you need to take off those 2 screws, and then I took off these 2 screws once I pulled off this piece because they're underneath it, and that way it'll separate this piece from this piece. So now we have both pieces separated. Now you can see that this is the stock silver bezel. We've taken all the pieces off and separated them. So now we're gonna have to work on cutting this section out here for the double din. I'll show you the diagram on that as well. This is what we're going to cut out right here. So basically you're going to remove all that, and you definitely want to make sure you do not keep any more than that because it will cause the double din not to fit in there correctly. We have this all cut out. Now we cut a little bit more on the sides than what it says and on the bottom, but I want to cut a little bigger because the last few times we've done this we had to notch a little bit more off because the double din would not sit in here correctly. So just remember that. You want to put these little washers on the top here like this, and then put your screw down, because if you don't put the washer, the screw will go through the front, and you do not want that to happen. Have our side brackets on, and you can adjust this up and down just to kind of push the screen in or out. You'll have to kind of put it in there and figure out where it's going to sit. And we got this side on here. We have the dash kit all put together. Looks really nice. The gloss black I think is one of my favorites by far. I wish they all were gloss black, to be honest with you, but yeah, we're getting it ready to get put in. We're going to do the wiring next and get it all going. Here's the back of the 5500. You have your antenna. You have 3 sets of pre-outs. The top black is your sub, then you have front and rear underneath it. Then you have the yellow camera input, mic input, remote input, and then this is 1 USB. This is your second USB. You have your XM ready, and then your obvious wiring, wiring harness that you have there with the fuse behind it. But the only bad part about this is they only give you 1 USB extension. So there's the end of it right there. They're not long like they used to be, like on the 5000, so they're only about 12 inches long, but they only give you 1 USB extension. So you're gonna have to buy a second USB extension to extend the second USB. Okay, you're gonna plug these in. These are your 2 harnesses here. You're gonna wire everything up. You're gonna have red to red, but you will have 2 reds. You'll have one coming off of this harness and then one coming off the other harness. Then you'll have your yellows, your blacks. Now the Sony, we use the green wire to basically bypass the parking brake. And then you're gonna have a set of rears and fronts. We connected those like normal, and then your remote wire you're going to connect. The only reason we have this is for aftermarket. So that's what you're going to connect. This also has a second set, like we didn't even use the capacitor in between here, but it also has a second set of these rear speaker leads that are on a different harness. I believe it's this harness right here. We did not connect those, so these are not connected. So we use these rear speaker leads that are with the front ones. So that's how we wired it, and it sounds beautiful. So that's what I would recommend doing. Here's the finished product. Sorry about all the dust, but it looks really nice when it's all put together. Got his factory everything, all fits back in there like normal. Probably what I think he needs to do is change these over to gloss black, and it will kind of flow in with this, but it looks really nice. The gloss black is just absolutely amazing in these vehicles.